Hi, and welcome to episode 4 of our run through with Green Hell. So where we are is we got back from the drug facility yesterday, where among other things we discovered this water filter here, and we got this pot which contains 30 water. Now this also unlocked another thing which we're going to build. I'm going to do it off camera, but if we go to the third icon down here, the fire and water one, this also unlocked this guy, the mud water filter. So it's quite, let's see if we can just fit it in here. That'll do. So yeah, just going back to N, it does take quite a lot to build. 8 long sticks, mud bricks, charcoal, stone, big stone, bamboo stick. So I'll do that off camera. But this thing holds a lot of water. The way it works, you put dirty water in there and it filters it through to clean water. But if it's raining, it will fill up with clean water both sides. So that's one thing we'll do. Now, what else? We're going to go to the Jeep today because we're kind of restricted with this Bidon here, which holds 40 hydration. Now, we can pick up a Bidon there with 100, but there are going to be some caves on the way. So what we want to do is just grab a couple of stones. We want to make a pickaxe, and the way we can do that is if you just go to the stones and just go craft there. We want 2 of those, and we want to make a stone blade. Done. I don't think I've got any sticks on me now. We need 1 stick and we need 1 rope. So now if we just go to our stone blade here and right mouse click craft, we just add the stick, add the rope, and there's our stone pickaxe. Now we've got nowhere to put it at the moment, but we don't need we're not really using spears, so I'm going to put it in the 4th slot there. Okay, we're good to go. Yeah, on the way to the Jeep there are a couple of caves, and we are going to find some obsidian and also some iron, so we're good to go there. Now what else do we want to do today? Now as far as nuts, I did visit this tree up here, and I did find some Brazil nuts, because that's kind of... it's not very often you find them. I don't know what the odds are, maybe 1 in 4. If you find 1, you find 3. But I did find 1 load of nuts. Now, if you're not successful with this tree, just keep heading up to the rock here, and then hug the rock face all around. There are no snakes or spiders if you hug the rock face. Ooh, some lily plants if we needed it, which we don't. Let's just jump over here. So I'm going to arm up. We're coming into cat territory now. But if you're really on a hunt for nuts, there's another large tree right there. And sometimes there's a cat. Oh, some nuts. Take those. So again, if we find 1, we're going to find 3. Oh, there we go. Now each nut will not go bad until you harvest it, but once you harvest it, you get 3 Brazil nuts from each one, and each of those Brazil nuts gives you 35 fats. So once you start finding these, fats really aren't a problem. So this is coming into cat territory, so just waiting for the growl. No nuts, no cat. Okay, I'm back. Again, the route through these trees here, there's never any, there's a snake or a spider over there somewhere, quite close. So if you hug the rock face here, you're good. Alright, so these will not go bad now until we harvest them. And that is a total of, each Brazil nut holds 3 nuts, each nut 35 fats, so that's 315 fat total. So before we go off to the Jeep, just checking our stats, we're good. We're carrying anything we don't want to. I think we're good. More nuts than we need, but we'll throw them away if we don't need them. So one other thing we can do now, we've discovered that killer trap. Remember, we want to keep killing this armadillo here. So what you could do is if you just go down to the traps here, you could put one of these down. Try that again. That way you just come back Oops. That way you just come back here every day and you'll find a dead armadillo there. You have to arm it and put a banana or something in there, or nuts, or basically any food item. But anyway, let's head off to the Jeep. So what you do is you start from the dock here, and just going to the map. The Jeep, there are a couple of caves here, which we're going to visit, and the Jeep is, you see this kind of round bit here, is right there. So we have to get to these caves, and let's head slightly southeast. So what we're going to do is we're going to go up the beach here. There is a tribal village here, which always has 3 tribesmen in, so we want to avoid that because we don't want to get into a fight today. Could do, but not today. So we're going to head up here to the rock face, and once we get to the rock face, we're just going to head more or less east until we get to the caves here, and then we're going to head slightly southeast from there. So that's the route. So initially we can run along here because there are no snakes or spiders or skates, stingrays in the water. Could go that way too, but you have to go through the tribal village and get into a fight, and we can avoid that today, so let's just stick to the beach. And it's pretty quick because we can run a lot of it. Sometimes you hear a tribesperson singing out there, but not today. And here we are at the rock face. So here we need to slow down because there can be spiders and or, not going to harvest him right now. There can be snakes, so you just need to wait for the hiss, and of course if you hear a hiss, back up. So far so good. So just checking our direction, we need to be heading east. There we go. So it's just hugging this rock face. Dead mouse. I'll ignore that. So you got kind of the option to go up here or down, but you want to be hugging the rock face again, just going to the map. So we came along here, and kind of there's an option to go up there, but we're not going to do that. We're going to head down here. And what you want is right there, that piece of water. And this brings us to our first cave. You can hear singing over there, so somebody's around. So here we've got to be careful. So there's our first customer, scorpion. It's an obsidian. Now I hear a scratching, which means there's something else there. Yeah, these things are really hard to see. I'm not sure if you can see him on screen there, but he's right there. So you can see the outline now, Brazilian wandering spider. So luckily they make quite a noise. Probably an idea to get rid of this so that if there is something we can see it. Alright, so tread carefully. Just listen for any scratching sounds. Now the iron will be on the wall. There's usually one set of iron. There it is. Okay. So it looks like we're not hitting it, but we are. There we go. We've got 2 pieces of iron ore, which we can melt down for metal weapons later. Or metal weapons, metal armor, a few other things. Alright, so moving on. So we are now here, and there's our target right there where the Jeep is. So it's kind of east and then south a little bit, but we will come to another cave. So let's do that first. I'm not sure if we're going to have to take care of that tribes guy. Don't think so. He sounds like... you have to get pretty close to alert them. So you come to this bit here, we could head up there, but we want to stick to this rock face here. Again, we're heading south. Oh, we want to be up here actually. Yep, we do, sorry. So yeah, coming around from there, we actually want to come around the bend here and head up this way. Yep, there we go. Just slightly northeast. But this will bring us to our second cave. Which is right here. And again, we've got to tread carefully. Listen for bad guys, and there is a snake in here too. So there is scorpion. They're slightly easier to see than spiders. Well, a lot easier to see actually. And there is going to be a snake in here. It's a stone. There's a snake, I think. Yep. Not hearing anything else. Stone, stone, stone. So no iron. Okay, that's a bust. Don't know where that goes. We'll have to find out one day. But anyway, we're here to find the Jeep, so let's do that. Don't think there are any other iron nodes. Probably not. Nope. There's one there, but nothing there. Okay, so now... Oh, more nuts. I'll take them. Now we have to be careful of direction. So it's now southeast. Slightly more on the eastern side. Which is exactly the direction we're going. And we should see a slope down to a river. So just remember that on the way back, we're going to need to be going northwest. Back to the cave, and then hug the rocks all the way around. And that will get us home. And there's the riverbed that we wanted. And the Jeep is going to be just at the top of the riverbed. Are there stingrays here? Be careful. Don't see any. And here's the Jeep. There used to be a spider here. Don't see him today. Take those. But this is what we came for here, and that is the Bidon, which is gives you 100 water. Not sure if we could fill up here. Yep, there you go. 100 out of 100. Now, it does give you a couple of other things. This grappling hook is quite important because there are a number of climbing places on the map. And we need this to be able to climb up whenever we come to those climbing stations, which we will do quite soon. So those two things are the most important. The rest, not so much. Candy bars, snacks, all optional. I used to think there were some painkillers here, but I'm not seeing any. But anyway. Alright, so let's get home anyway. So, as we were, we just get to this point of the river. And then it's northwest. And just head this way. There's another big tree here, actually. No, I'm not going to bother with that. We've got enough nuts. So, northwest. Just stick with it. Let's get home. These small armadillos, they don't give shells, though. Oh, more nuts. So yeah, we're really good on fats now. Another 3. So as we were, northwest brings us to this rock face, and now we just go round and we'll find our little lake pond with the cave nearby, just around this corner here. So we came this way and there were no snakes, right? Oh, there we go. Spoke too soon. Yeah, that's why we need to go a bit slower. So this brings us back to our first cave. Now from there it's pretty much just west to get home and hugging the rock face. I'm not going to bother taking anything else with us today or this guy. Avoid the temptation to run just in case another snake has popped in. So we want to be heading west. Another big tree. Yeah, it's the low road here. Yeah, remember when we came there was the option to go up there, but we kind of ignored it and went straight over there instead. Here we are back on the beach. Another tortoise if we wanted it, and we can run from here. No snakes or anything. Okay, arriving back home. So this is where you sometimes find that you've got tribal attacks when you come back from a trip. And you'll see them typically beating up on your storage racks here. They'll be attacking all sorts of things. They'll attack this. First tribal attack I got, they destroyed this pretty much immediately. And they seem to destroy things pretty quickly as well, so you have to bring them down as quickly as you can. And when they destroyed this as well, it was full of charcoal at the time, and all the charcoal disappeared. So if you do have charcoal in there, take it out, which we will do. So this is a bit awkward. So right mouse click, take max, so it takes all the charcoal, and then just finding the hitbox on the campfire ash can be tricky at times. There it is there, okay. So we've got lots of charcoal now, because remember when we build this thing we're going to need at least 6. Alright. So there we go, we've got our Bidon, we've got a couple of pieces of iron ore. And a few other bits and pieces. And that's the Jeep for you. So what we'll do tomorrow is, we've got a couple of options. We've been to the drug facility in the Jeep now. The other one is going to be the abandoned village, which we haven't been to yet. That will give us some more tech, which will be quite useful. So that's what we'll do tomorrow. We'll head to the abandoned village. In the meantime, get some sleep and try and get a start on completing this and the trap over there. So anyway, thanks for watching, and hope to see you for the next episode. Bye.